My name is Roland Angle, and I am the Director of Operations for a group called Families for the Ethical Psychiatric Treatment of Patients and Prisoners. And I'm here today with Idiopathic Media Group, and we're making a film about the mental health industry in general, or what we call the psychopharmaceutical industrial complex. During the last 13 years, I've been advocating for people that are accused of being mentally ill and have been thrown into the criminal justice system. In California, those people are generally categorized under and made subject to the provisions of the Mentally Disordered Offender Law, which is Penal Code sections 2960 through 2981 in the California Penal Code. Now this section of the law is a very peculiar section of the law because it's deemed to be a civil law as opposed to a criminal law, even though it's in the criminal code. And this is a very clever device that the sponsors of this bill put back in the bill in 1986 when it was passed, and it's generally used to deprive these people of their legal rights that they enjoy under the Constitution and under the statutes of California law. And this law was widely hailed in the 80s as a new liberal law that was going to help people treat their mental problems, and it was widely copied across states and has been copied in the majority of states in the U.S. today. Laws very similar to it. So it was a groundbreaking law. Now what I've come to believe is that this law is actually the cornerstone of a police state. It is a law that sets up a certain group of people as not being allowed to have the same civil rights as the rest of us. And if we look back at the development of police states historically in the 20th century, we see that this is always the way that the legal establishment brings police states in. They select a group of people that nobody else is willing to defend, and they single those people out, and they take away their legal rights, and they lock them up, torture them, incarcerate them, actually murder them in many cases, as we saw in Nazi Germany, which murdered over 250,000 people that were labeled mentally deficient, and that was the beginning of their reign of terror. And we see the same pattern here going in the United States today. The mentally disordered offender laws and the sexually violent predator laws are laws that are designed to single out these people and say they do not have the same civil rights as the rest of us. If they go to trial, they do not have the right to confront witnesses. They do not have the right to a jury trial. They do not have the right against double jeopardy. They do not have all the rights that we consider to be basic to a fundamental democracy. And since those laws were passed, now some 30 years ago, we see that these same tactics, legal tactics, are being used to expand that group of people from people that are so-called mentally deficient to other groups, such as immigrants, such as political dissidents, such as unionists, so on and so forth. So this movement that we have here that is against the practices of the therapeutic state, that is the state saying that they're acting in our best interest to help us, while at the same time using that cover to repress us, is being expanded, and we are living in a very dangerous time when that is a practice. And it has been perfected under the principles of the mentally disordered laws for the last 30 years, and now it's being used to entrap other people and to bring more people into the under the control of a police state. And that's the message I have for many people that think that this will never affect them. It will affect all of us, and it is affecting all of us. Thank you.